Okay, I think we are live. It says we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Welcome back. Sorry for our month-long hiatus.
Yeah. This is your monthly episode.
Your monthly episode. And we just spent about 3 hours doing our usual technical fuck-ups. So that's that.
Very on brand.
Yeah, very on brand. We have to stay on brand. So, what is good? Let's tell the people what you're doing. You're leaving us.
I'm moving to New Orleans.
This fucking bitch is fucking leaving us. You know what? It's okay. And I cried like 50 times. I cry about it all the time.
Every time I bring it up, he gets a tear.
Yeah, I'm a very dramatic, emotional person. You all know me. You all know how it is. We got 3 viewers right now. That's. But
cool. you can just come visit me. So.
I'm going to. I'm actually considering moving there.
Seriously.
Yeah, get some New Orleans dick. Yeah, get some Cajun dick, actually.
Listen, they have the houses that are on the stilts. You can just live underneath.
Yeah. So
the Roby under the house.
The Roby under the house. Dude, what's gonna be really cool about it is when you're there, we're gonna still do the show together. We're gonna do it by Zoom. Mm-hmm. I'm not replacing Bri. I'm not getting a new co-host. I'm gonna
have more rotating.
Yeah, rotating guests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the whole fun of it all is you're gonna have so much shit to fucking research down there for us to do and our episodes and stuff. I'm just excited. If you guys can hear my leather coat squeaking, eventually I'll take it off. I just thought it looked hot. But I'm just excited. I definitely want to come down there during the Halloween time.
You seriously can anytime you want. I expanded my search to 1 bedroom, so I'm trying to get a 2 bedroom. So you can just have a room.
Well,
for you and all the friends to stay in.
I can just sleep at the end of you and Caleb's bed, like a fucking
with the dog.
yeah,
with
like
the dogs,
a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll have the dogs. We'll put them in their own bed, and you can just sleep on the.
Yeah. Do you guys like our new mic stands?
They're super fancy.
Yeah, we're still fucking with the. See, here's the thing with our show, our equipment is just low grade, and I'm not happy with it. All of the people on the team, they're fine with everything, but
they're
me,
high quality.
They're literally just low maintenance. I'm not. I'm the fucking bougiest bitch you'll ever fucking meet. So we'll get there in time.
We have 2 brain cells each.
We share it like the 3 witches and Hercules that share an eye, but we're sharing a brain cell.
Dude, we should have got the string.
Yeah, we should have. Were they just under in Hades and hell? Speaking of witches, our topic tonight is witchcraft and the Salem witch trials and if witches exist. So witches tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We decided
we love a witch.
We love a witch. We're witch bitches ourselves. So we thought, why not talk about our culture and our people and educate some of y'all. We actually learned a lot too the other night when we were doing notes about so much shit. I didn't even think these bitches went through fucking hell.
Yeah, and it's just,
it was just horrible. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's just crazy because it's I feel like a lot of people that were accused were not even necessarily witches.
Fuck no. No.
But some of them were.
Some of them were.
Yeah.
The real witches.
They were hiding out.
They was hiding out. They was framing them motherfuckers back then. The Puritans is what they called it. Yeah. And, it's basically what's going on now. I do believe COVID is a fucking witch plague. I do.
Like the witches brought it on.
Yeah, they did.
For what reason?
Ooh, that's much better.
Why'd they do that?
I just want my face to be so. Because they're trying to raise the devil. I watch too much TV. I'm gonna just do this until we start, you guys. So just ignore me for a little second. I'm all my mic's perfect. It's fucking
all right,
not.
And we're gonna start this episode by lighting some sage.
Yeah, light some sage to get rid of my negative energy ass going. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anybody that's chatting with us, we're not going to respond to you tonight. We're just going to go into it. So we're going to start.
We can't see it tonight.
We can't see it tonight. Sorry, guys. We love you, but not tonight. So we're going to start off with the history of witches, and I'm going to let Bri lead this because you took most of the notes as usual.
I went to college, you guys.
Yeah, she's educated. No. I'm not very educated. No, yeah, this is the smart one.
All I did was write papers.
Yeah, I'm just the comic relief. Bri's the brains. No, you really are.
No, you do a good job.
Yeah, but I'll be stressing y'all out, our producer, our camera guy.
Well, that's how you get hyped up. You just gotta get stressed out.
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to Andre, our good friend Andre, for doing our camera work tonight. He was a fucking champion. He got here at 7. It's 10:30 now. I appreciate you. If you're going to do this again, we're going to probably do a collab show with Sketchy
would be cool.
Eats. Yeah, he has a podcast called Sketchy Eats. You guys need to check it out. It's funny as fuck.
It's so funny.
What's that? Yeah, he does it like us. Whenever we feel like doing it, we're not consistent.
Yeah. But it's on Spotify.
Yeah,
and all those,
he's
all
more
the
legit.
streaming,
He's more legit. We're only on my Facebook page for now. It's because I need my fans to see. But oh, we should do OnlyFans.
Sketchy Eats OnlyFans.
Yeah, just eating pie.
Just like eating hot dogs and.
All right, let's go into this. Let's get into the history of witches.
Let's do a little history of witches. So, it's kind of unclear when exactly witches began to exist.
Yeah.
But the first historical record of witches was in the Bible, in the book of Samuel.
Interesting.
So it says that King Saul sought out the witch of Endor to summon the dead prophet Samuel's spirit.
Sounds like something from Skyrim.
Yeah, to help him defeat the Philistine army.
These sound like Skyrim characters.
Yeah, seriously, like all the names.
Yeah.
So Samuel spoke to this witch, and she prophesied that Saul and his sons would die.
Right.
And then the Bible says that the next day, Saul's sons died in battle, and then Saul committed suicide.
What?
So that's the first historical record of a witch.
Okay.
Other Old Testament verses, they condemn witches. They caution against using divination, or chanting or summoning the dead, contacting them. So it was often believed that witches traded their soul to Satan.
Ooh,
in order to receive his assistance.
I love me a devil man.
So people believe that they employed demons to accomplish magical deeds.
Dark.
And they changed from human to animal form, or from one human to a different human, or that they
shapeshifters.
Yeah, like shapeshifters. Or that animals were their familiar spirits, and that they rode through the air at night to secret meetings and secret orgies.
Okay, so that's some eyes wide shut shit.
Believed about witches. So it's
sounds cultish.
I'm sure that some people did worship the devil or attempt to do the devil's work or black magic or whatever, but most witches were just
we're just trying to read our notes, you guys.
I'll move it. Don't fucking move that for me. But
you guys.
So most witches were just natural healers who chose to use magic spells and call upon spirits to bring about change.
So some of them were spiritual.
They were often misunderstood.
Yeah, they were just
and that's kind of still true. I mean,
stuff,
I think that witches are a little more acceptable now, but
right.
I think that what they do was very misunderstood back then, and they kind of still do the same things.
Yeah, like today's day and age, witches are still misunderstood.
Yeah,
in today's day and age.
But it was definitely a lot more not socially acceptable.
Right.
Like back in the day. So witch hysteria took place, or it started in Europe in the mid 1400s.
Right.
So these two well-respected Germans, Henrik Kramer and Jacob Springer, in 1486 wrote a book. Malleus. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this name. Okay,
yes,
because I don't know how you say it.
We were trying to figure it out for a minute.
We gotta Google this up. Figure it out. So Malleus Maleficarum, which translates to the Hammer of the Witches.
Okay.
And it was basically just this book about how to identify, hunt, and interrogate a witch. So this was a big part of the witch mania. This is kind of how it took off, I think. It said that witchcraft was heresy, and the Protestants and the Catholics used this book they sold more copies in Europe than any other book besides the Bible.
No fucking shit.
At least 100 years.
Wow, I believe it. So
it was the second most popular book.
Oh.
So people
you
were
got a star on you, boo.
All the backdrop is just all over me.
Dude, so she got these fucking stars that are stickers to put on.
I gotta sew them on or something.
Yeah,
not stickers. I have to get something else.
Dude, they're all over the basement. They're all over our clothes, on our shoes. Yeah. They're fucking everywhere.
Never leave you.
Yeah, she had them all on her back. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
I'm a star.
She
baby.
is a star. She's a bright and shining star. My baby girl is a star. A star is reborn.
So they had a lot of witch hunts.
Hakeem's drinking a twisted tea. It looks so good.
No, he's about to knock
He's gonna knock me out. Listen, Hakeem, he be putting up with my shit. Dude, yeah. I'm not sorry. You're my friend, though.
They're saints here.
I'll let you one time throw it at my fucking head, and that's it. You get one hit.
Just so you're even. So
we love Hakeem.
Many of the accused witches, they would confess, but they were often being tortured. And so when you're being tortured, of course you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I did it. Just stop torturing me.
Yeah, just end my fucking pain and suffering, straight up.
Yeah, and so
we don't need that.
They admitted to a wide variety of just wicked behaviors.
Ooh.
But so within a century, witch hunts became super common,
Right.
and they were mostly executed by hanging or being burned at the stake.
No.
Which is so dramatic.
It
Like,
is
why would you
dramatic.
have to burn a witch at the stake? Like, I don't know what the what the reason was. To be honest.
This is why I think this is. I don't want to say it's fact, but this is what I was told.
Okay.
That the reason they burned witches was because they thought that they were so powerful that a regular death, like being stabbed or shot or hung, wouldn't have done anything. Like they had to
hang them a lot, but I think that was just kind of like common practice at that time to hang people.
And then they
if
started
were
burning
killing
these
them.
women and men too, and fucking
Yeah,
children.
some men for sure.
Yeah, they just really did not like witches.
Yeah, and it was often. I mean, it was sometimes men, but it was most often like these people that were accused of witches and killed were like single women, widows, and just other women that were not socially acceptable.
Right.
They were like the main targets of this.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah,
dude.
it's just like, dude, we would all be burned for
yeah.
sure.
Well, thank God we're not gonna get burned because,
Yeah.
you know,
we would definitely fall under
we're
that
not
category
witches.
in the 1500s.
Yeah, we definitely would have died.
Yeah.
No, we would have been smart. We would have fucking framed
yeah.
motherfuckers. I would have framed some fucking Christians for sure.
We just gotta start acting basic as fuck. They'll
Yeah,
leave
we
you
do.
alone, you know?
I wonder how they dressed back then. Probably basic too. Actually, we should bring back that fashion of like the old
Yeah,
colonial
you can
days.
buy those dresses at Target like right
you
now.
Can, yeah. I want to dress like the old girl from The Witch.
Just be like, I'm out churning butter on the farm.
Oh, churning butter. Churning butter for Satan.
So between 1500 and 1660,
Right.
up to 80,000 accused witches were
God
put to death in Europe.
Damn, that's a lot of fucking
Yeah,
witches,
so-
dude.
And Germany had the highest witch execution rate, which, big fucking shocker, Germany likes to kill people. And
So they've been doing this shit for a long time.
So they had the most witches killed.
Get to fucking gather, Germany. You guys are evil as fuck. You need
Like,
to
I
pray.
believe it's better now. But
yeah.
definitely at those times, it was not. So Ireland had the least amount of witches killed.
Pause 1 second real
Yes,
quick.
Okay.
You guys, how's our audio? I have to ask once a time. What show? Every show. Sorry, I have to.
Well, we don't know because no one can
Yeah, they
talk
can.
to us.
I have it right here.
Oh.
I put the
I
chat.
didn't know it was right there.
I did that today. That's what I was working on today.
Okay.
So we could see
Okay.
them on Streamlabs.
Well, yeah.
We didn't have to
It's
use
good.
our
It's
phones.
good. We're good.
It's good. We're
Go back.
fine. Okay, they can hear us. I just gotta be sure. I'm a
All right,
fucking.
all right,
I
it's
am a
fine.
fucking nitpicker. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's not you. It's no one's fault. It's just our equipment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck. They're like, fuck you, Robbie, and just talk about. So.
So as witch hysteria started to die out in Europe, it started picking up in the New World, which because we're a little behind the 13 colonies, and the most famous witch trials took place in Salem, Massachusetts, in 1692.
Ooh, so
So-
we going on Salem now.
I want you to tell me about them Salem.
I
witch
got
trials.
you on Salem. How's my mic sounding in your ears?
You're good.
I'm good.
You are good. Calm.
Thank you, baby. I'm calm.
Keep on going.
I'm going. Don't worry. So let's get on the Salem witch trials, you guys. So the trials were basically a series of hearings and prosecution of people, namely women. They were accused of witchcraft in colonial Massachusetts from February of 1692 to May of 1693. So that's not that long of a time.
Yeah.
At all. It's
Like a year.
Like a year, a little less than a
Yeah.
year.
Still, imagine how
Yeah.
many people. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
actually,
this is the
but-
thing. Salem was kind of like the first place in America where the witch hunts transferred from like
Yeah.
Europe to over here. Like they carried when Europeans took over America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They carried that fucking negative energy here with them, and they started to burn people here and shit. Their own goddamn people, and they did it to Indians too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
were
fucking-
like. I just feel like they were just looking for somebody to blame
Yes,
for shit because like they were just having all these like smallpox
Mhm.
and Indian attacks. And
Now
all
they
this
throw
stuff,
people in
but-
jail, so times have changed, whatever, but not the situation. But over 30 people, okay, this is not a lot big number, but it's still insane.
Yeah.
Over 30 people were found guilty. 19 were executed by hanging, 14 women and 5 men.
No,
And
there were men.
Yeah,
in
girl, there
Salem.
was-
I didn't know there were men in Salem.
Yeah, which is a gender
Damn.
neutral term.
No, it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
the word warlock derived from Germany.
Okay.
So they describe a male witch to
That's
separate
because
the
they killed
two.
all those witches. They
Yeah.
had to make up some more
They're
terminology.
like, hang the warlocks, But 14 women, 5 men, and at least 5 of these people died in a jail cell just being left there to rot. But
Really? Were they like
yes.
sick or old?
They
or
were probably
just
sick with the
stayed-
pox or something.
Yeah,
They
pox.
had corona, COVID-1. COVID-1. COVID has been I'm telling you, it's a witch plague.
Well, yeah.
Watch that show Salem, I'm telling you. So one man, Giles Corey, was pressed to death for refusing to plead.
Pressed to death?
Pressed to death. They put them in that. You ever seen that movie Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp? You know that fucking thing where his mom got.
Where they like squish him.
Yup, that was one of their big torture devices.
I mean, I know it's a real thing, but
yes.
That's insane.
It's disgusting, and I think that they fucking
rude. Okay.
It's rude. It's rude. It's disgusting. God bless him.
Yeah, that is an awful way to die.
He's probably not in heaven though, because he's a witch. He's probably in hell, sucking Satan's cock, which I can't wait to do one day. It would be an honor to suck the devil's dick. I have.
You're like, oh.
It wasn't that great.
It was okay.
His cum tasted like the Grim Reaper's sperm. So.
You're like, who I also know.
So arrests were made in numerous towns beyond Salem, actually, in Salem Village, which is now known today as Danvers. Okay. Notably Andover and Topsfield, which were towns outside of Salem. The grand juries for the trials were conducted by a court of oyer and terminer in 1692. I don't know what the fuck that even means. I just wrote it down because it said to. So just kind of go with me. It says a court of oyer and terminer. What the fuck does that even fucking mean?
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the gain down a little bit.
Okay.
I hear the echo. Ooh, that's better, babies. So, blah, blah, blah. And in 1692, which was the first year that they started doing it here, and by a superior court of fuck that word, in 1693. Judicature. We're dyslexic.
I've never heard the word judicature before.
I haven't either. What the fuck kind of language is this? It sounds like Shakespeare wrote these notes. Both were held in the town of Salem, actually, so which is also where the hangings took place. But it's also known that the deadliest witch hunt in history of colonial North America. Salem. Yeah. It's the deadliest witch hunt.
Yeah, it's like if you look up like if you're researching witches, like there's like 18,000 pages about Salem, and then
so
like the other
fucking
stuff is harder
many,
to
you guys.
find.
It's
I
just
can't really hear.
You can't hear?
Uh-oh. No, I mean I can hear. It's just
it's our splitter cord.
It's okay. It's a little.
Can you hear better now?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you. I can hear myself.
I want you to hear yourself. Don't worry, we'll edit this out.
No, it's fine.
I don't care. We always gonna do this.
We're never gonna get through one
Can you hear yourself now?
Without saying.
Can you hear me now?
Fuck with no, it's fine. It's fine. Just leave
No.
it.
Can you hear now?
No, but just stop.
Baby girl.
They can hear me, so that's fine.
I just want you to hear you. I want everything to be perfect.
I can hear.
The more off topic we get is better. I know you got ears, baby girl, but I want you to have ears through the ears.
Okay. I'm good. I can still hear it. It's just quiet,
Sorry.
Anyway. Continue.
Deadliest witch hunt, huh? Let me Let me light my cigarette. Let me take a little pause here. I'm trying to stick in tune with American Horror Story because these bitches smoke cigarettes. So yeah, it was what was worth noting prior to the Salem witch trials. Witch hunts and the trials have been a thing around the world for hundreds of years prior to Salem. It goes back to biblical times, which we were talking about.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that shit. Where they had begun to.
There was nothing happened before biblical times, you guys.
No.
There's no. I'm just kidding. I'm like, that's when the world started. Okay?
I have a theory.
Biblical times.
I was talking to Hakeem about this one time. I have a theory that Jesus Christ was like a witch, but they just didn't have the word witch back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that could be true. I mean, he was doing little magical things.
He was bringing people back from the dead. He was curing people. That's why Judas betrayed him, because he was jealous. He was manifesting energy. He had the best chakras and vibes. And they didn't hang Jesus, did they? They crucified him. That's dramatic. That's a little dramatic, even for my taste. That's a little fucked up. So
it's crazy they did that to people at all, though.
Yeah,
I
know.
Like to think about it, like you're just hang up here for a couple hours.
He came here to die for y'all sins, and you gonna hang my boy from a fucking cross like he ain't nothing. You know the fuck what? But you know what? No one asked him to come here and do that. I didn't ask him to die for my motherfucking sins. Okay? And you know what? If we don't sin, then he died for nothing. But I still didn't ask him to do that for me. Ooh, we need to go scroll back up to our notes.
Okay.
So I'm going to dive into what happened after Salem witch trials, if that's cool with you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm melting. What a world. What a world.
What a world.
I was so upset. Speaking of witches, I was obsessed with The Wizard of Oz when I was a kid. The Wicked Witch of the West.
I loved The Wizard
Me
of Oz
fucking
when I was
too.
a kid, for sure.
Like...
Yeah. I had, like, the VHS.
I had the VHS as well.
I thought it was, like, the first... I thought it was this is the first color movie.
It was the first color movie.
Well, it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1939.
Yeah.
And then they were like, everything is going to be.
And then they stopped doing it, didn't they? Like, stop?
They still made black and white movies in the 40s and 50s, like the noir detective films and stuff like that. Anyway.
I think what I meant to say was that I thought the world was black and white back then. Like, because I was a kid, you know what I mean? I was like, it's crazy. The world used to be black and white. Like,
well, it is.
Well,
if you're colorblind.
Even then, it's it's no greens and reds, maybe. But
I had to pull the camera up so I can look at my hair. You can hear my coat like squeaking.
It's so squeaky. It's like squeaky boots.
Ooh, let's go back to this. Let's dive back into after the Salem witch trials, post-Salem. So Virginia had their fair share of witch trials as well during the time period, same as Salem.
Yeah.
And about 24 witch trials took place in Virginia between 1626 and 1730. So that's a lot longer than Salem, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So
like Salem was like one trial too. But
it's weird how Salem is just like the crown jewel of witch hunts and witch trials and shit like that. Like, why?
Yeah, well, I think Virginia they were like less crazy about it. Like,
That's
I think it
weird,
happened
dude.
for a longer period of time.
Virginia,
but I don't think they were like knocking them out like every.
Did you ever see the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
No, but it looks really like I saw like a few like little like clips from it. And
you need to watch it. Everyone needs.
It's like really trashy funny.
Yeah, it's a documentary about this family that's like very famous down there, and they're trashy as fuck. Like, they're known through Jespo or whatever the fuck his name is. He started the move of like blues tap dancing or whatever the fuck it was, and he was really good. But they're all like meth heads. But their family makes my family look like Disney characters. So it's sick.
That's funny.
So anyway, let's get back on topic yet again. Period. So most of the accused were women, obviously, because fuck women, right? Like they don't. I was so sick what happens to women, even back then. However, none of the accused were actually executed. Although it wasn't a law in the entire state, Lower Norfolk County passed a law that made it a crime to falsely accuse someone of witchcraft in 1655. That's fucking weird because y'all still did it till 1730.
Yeah.
Hypocrites.
Yeah.
Get it together, Virginia.
Well, it was like a false accusation, so apparently they thought some of the people were rightly accused.
Bitch, they fucking thought. They thought. I need to take this coat off. Witch titties. What you doing? My notes. Ooh, I love this blouse. I got it at Volunteers of America. Oh, yeah, right there. Let's go on to Grace Sherwood, who is also one of the most famous witches in Virginia's history, who was accused of killing her Oh, this is crazy. You were telling me about this.
Yeah.
So, she was accused of killing her neighbor's pigs and hexing their cotton. And other accusations follow. She was brought to trial in 1706 for this. But the court decided to use a water test.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, this is the water test.
This is insane.
Yes, this is insane, you guys. Listen to this shit. So, they used a water test to determine her guilt or innocence. Sherwood's arms and legs were bound and she was thrown into a body of water. They determined that if she sank, she was innocent, which makes no fucking sense. And if she floated, she was guilty. We all float down here. She floated, which obviously I'm sure this bitch just didn't want to die from drowning. Yeah, and she was convicted and sent to prison for 8 years. Okay, so you drown this bitch. You literally drown her. You want her to die. You want her to die by water.
But it's just like if she's innocent, then she dies.
But because listen, it makes no sense because she didn't die. They threw her in jail.
Yeah, but it's just like if I'm like in a body.
Why did they just try to kill her some other way?
Like they thought you couldn't float if like your legs and arms were bound together. But I just feel like you're like, am I gonna drown or am I gonna live? Like, what am I gonna choose here? Like, obviously you're gonna fucking float. Like,
how do I look, guys?
Oh, good. Show them chest hairs, baby.
Yeah, my man titties. I just want someone to suck on my witch nipples and drink my witch milk.
My witchy.
So, okay. we got a lot of notes to cover, but let's see what we're on in time. It doesn't fucking matter. The people love us. Whatever. We're great. We're just only 25 minutes in. So, a satirical article supposedly written by Benjamin Franklin, which is also interesting. You wrote this, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Ben Franklin, he probably got some witch pussy back in the day. He was fucking
all.
That's
like
why
on the witch's side. Like,
listen, that's why he's on the $100 bill, which made that fucking happen. So that's kind of cool.
Thanks for helping us out.
About a witch trial in New Jersey that was published in 1730 in the Pennsylvania Gazette. It talked about how ridiculous these witch trials and accusations really were, and soon after the witch mania died down. So laws were passed to help protect the people from being wrongfully accused and convicted. So Ben Franklin, he was a ally of witches.
Yeah, because he was like, it just seems really stupid. Or at least he thought like maybe people weren't really witches or something.
True. How's your hearing? Good?
It's good.
We got... Listen, we have a little cheap mix, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into proof of witches now because, you know what? Let me just say something about after the Salem witch trials. If that shit were to happen in modern day, what the fuck would we do?
We would escape.
We would hide.
And move to a different country.
Yeah. I now know why my mic sounds
It would just be like, it would just be harder. Honestly, though, like if it was in this day and age, like it would have to be, like everybody's a little weird now, you know what I mean? So it's like, it
Everyone
would have to be like
too.
people that, like who would they pick? You know what I mean? Like who would they say?
The gays and women. It's like Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. But it's just like if they were picking people that were like spinsters and like kind of weird women that like lived by themselves
or
and
people
stuff
that
like that, like,
did some weird shit. Like,
it's like
they're targeting.
it's like a lot of people do weird shit now.
That's
so it's like,
true, dude.
What
that's
would
so fucking true.
What would it be like
I would think that they would go after all the herb shops. They would go after all the bar maidens. They would
the bar maidens.
They go
out.
They go after the LGBTQ community. Shout out. They go.
You think they would like have? What about they would take homeless people with mental illness?
They would do that. Big titty goth girls.
Don't you think that they would be like, this woman's possessed by the devil?
They're like, she possessed by the devil. Oh, selfies.
Like,
that's what they would do. They would go to people who don't go to church.
It would still be like people on the fringes, basically. I think.
Yes. Oh,
but it just is like a little bit of a different category, I think, nowadays.
It would be more expanded. Plus, the internet kind of reveals everyone's true like nature and shit like that a little bit, and we kind of have like exposure of ourselves. Like I talk about satanic and witch shit freely, but I'm not.
Yeah, but you could never have talked about it. You know what I mean? Like,
never.
Not that there's like a public platform like Facebook, but you can't just like go out to the town square and be like,
yeah, whoa, baby girl,
be like, I gotta talk about Satan.
So these buttons were blinking.
These are fine.
No, this is fine.
Robbie.
We gotta get a little spell going here real quick. So I'm such a fucking dumb bitch. But I also believe that I don't know. I think that they would definitely go after rich people. They'd go after Lady Gaga.
No, they'd be able to buy their way out of it, though.
Yeah, they would. That's probably why.
Well, I don't think the rich people were the ones getting accused. It was like
no,
peasants.
nowadays. I'm talking about nowadays.
Well, yeah.
The peasants. Oh yeah, the peasants. We can't forget the peasants.
Those
goddamn peasants. So we're gonna go into proof of witches, though. Speaking of that, because I think this is very interesting. I do, and I know you do too. But for the record, everyone, I do believe witches and witchcraft is a real thing. Hollywood has obviously kind of glamorized it a little bit, but it does exist.
It's weird to me how like the perception of a witch in like a movie is like made like they're all like green and they have like weird
like the Wicked Witch of the
noses
West. Yeah,
and, like,
let's talk about that a little
bit. They do certain things, but I don't. I tried to research it too, and I couldn't find anything about it. But it was just like why witches are like portrayed to look that way.
Yeah.
Or like eat children. Maybe not eat what.
Well, like Hansel and Gretel.
All of their actions are
Hansel
like
just
like weird rumors, but
True.
like, but I feel like the way they looked very specifically,
True.
like I know they just like kind of exaggerated it, and it got. I think the first green witch was in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
though.
the Wicked Witch of the
like,
West.
Witches weren't green before that.
She wasn't green in the book, but they did it for the that's why like they had the ruby slippers. They made her green for the color, Technicolor.
I guess that makes sense. But I did try to research like how that came to be, and I really couldn't find anything.
I think it's
about
the Wizard of Oz was like what started that. Yeah. So like it kind of like played into modern day pop culture. Like let's look at witches as like green, ugly, nasty bitches.
But even just like her, and they just kept getting uglier as the movies went
Yeah,
on. Like nowadays, it's like different. Like they don't really show witches as being like in the Witches, like that movie. Like they look
love
crazy.
The Witches.
You know what I mean? Like, but they don't really make them look like that anymore. Now they're like all like glam and
true.
Like wearing black, but like,
like Jessica
Lange.
It's just
interesting.
I like that American Horror Story kind of took away from that whole ugly witches thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Lady
Gaga.
Gaga.
That's like more realistic. Like I mean, they're not all like hot, I guess, but you know what I mean.
They're
like
not.
They're just normal people.
They're normal people like
they
you or
normal.
me, except unless you're Jessica Lange, who literally wears Gucci all the time.
She's actually an angel from heaven. Here, no, I don't.
Stop. She's gonna spank me, guys. I just want to make sure everyone's good, baby. But but a later season of American Horror Story, Roanoke, where they brought Lady Gaga back, she played the first Supreme Witch, the very first witch. and she was uglier than shit. They made her look like shit, and I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but she's gonna come back, I guess, in a later season.
Why was she ugly? I can't remember.
Well, she was living in the woods.
She...
She was immortal, and she just lived in the woods.
Oh, in Roanoke.
Yeah, like she was only in 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, that was almost like a different time period too.
It was, but then she was also still alive in our time too.
Yeah.
So all the babies she was having in the woods, like getting fucked by all the men out there, that's Salem descendants from her.
Right.
That's how they started, and that folklore. I think that's kind of interesting how they did that.
Yeah.
So let's go on the proof of them though. These bitches right here. In 1668, Joseph Glanville claimed that he could prove the existence of witches and ghosts in the supernatural realm, which this is kind of interesting to me. Glanville wrote about the denial of bodily resurrection and the supernatural spirits. He claimed that man should, this is quotes from the book. Yeah. He claimed that man should believe in witches and apparitions, and if they doubted the reality of spirits, they not only denied demons, but they also denied the Almighty God himself. So he's basically...
He's like, they are real.
Yes, he says, if you do not believe in demons, ghosts, witches, you don't believe in God. If you believe in God, you need to believe in all that satanic shit.
Like,
all
is
that
he
shit.
saying it's like the same concept, or is he just saying they're all real?
He said they're all real. They're all fucking real. They all have a fucking part to play. It's crazy. Yeah. And he wanted to prove that the supernatural could not be denied, and those who did deny apparitions were considered heretics. And it also disproved their beliefs in angels. And a man named Cotton Mather... By the way, before I get on Cotton Mather, if anybody knows about this show, there's a show that was on this whatever. It was on CW for like 3 years, and it lasted 3 seasons, but it's on Hulu now. It's called Salem.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a glamorized soap opera version of the Salem witch trials, and they take real people that from those days and they bring them in characters, and they kind of...
They do?
Yes. So Cotton Mather was a real man in real life, but he's also...
I thought you meant... Never mind. That wouldn't make any sense. I was like,
they
real
brought him
people.
back to life.
Never mind. I forgot it was so long.
No, but Cotton Mather is a
from
character in the show.
Just kidding.
1964.
Yeah, because he was like a big, like a big person in that time.
Yes,
period.
he was.
Like
he was
around that.
He was a minister,
area,
a pastor.
Yeah.
Yep, and he was one who like made sure that these bitches were put to death, but not in the show. You got to watch the show. Everyone watch that show. It's so good. The ending is it leaves a really nasty feeling in your stomach. But he believed, he was a man of God, and he played a major role in the Salem witch trials, obviously. He believed in a similar stance that Glanville did, that if people did not believe in witches, ghosts, and demons and supernatural entities, that they were non-believers of the Christian God. Fuck the Christian God. What has he done for us? He's abandoned us. He has abandoned us. Hail Satan, motherfuckers. Daddy Satan?
Just kidding. Pray for us,
Pray
please.
for us. No, yeah, we're probably going to hell. So let me scroll down a little bit here, because according to many witch hunters during that time, by the way, during the height of the witch trials, the witch's mark. Let's talk about the witch's mark. Okay, this is crazy. Yeah. So this is how they were trying to prove witches and witchcraft, or witches were real. They have marks, like marks of Satan. So according to many witch hunters during the height, the witch's mark, or the devil's mark, indicated that an individual was a witch. The beliefs about the mark differ depending on the trial location and accusation made against the witch himself. Evidence of the mark is found in early 16th century and eventually reached its peak in 1645, where it was essentially disappeared by the trials in 1700, which is kind of weird to me. So just kind of like, it's so weird that they went through all these different beliefs. Like, they couldn't make up their mind about who was a fucking witch or not. Like, the marks, that doesn't work. That doesn't work to make
real rhyme or reason
exactly.
To
so
they were doing.
The mark,
they were just making shit up
as they went along. They were fucking kind of like Donald Trump.
Mark of the beast.
Yup. That's crazy. So that's what it's just like, same circus, different fucking monkeys in different location. It's like nothing's changed. Who says witch hunt a lot? You know who. But so you just decide the marks weren't working for you, so we're just gonna that doesn't work no more. But anyway.
Yeah.
So evidence was found. Evidence of the mark is found in an early... I already said that, my bad. So the witch, or devil's mark, was believed to be a permanent marking of the devil himself to seal their obedience and service to him, which is interesting as well, because they bring that in the show. It was said that he created the mark by raking his claw across the flesh, or by making a blue or red brand using a hot iron. Okay.
We should go get tattoos of that.
We should. I actually have a witch's mark. Do you want to see it?
Mark?
You can't see it. It's in a naughty spot.
Okay. Well, show me later.
Yeah, I'll send a picture. Upload it. Other markings were believed to have been left by the devil licking the witch, leaving a death-like skull pattern on the skin, which almost was like a birthmark. Yeah. So a lot of the weird birthmarks that these witches had, that was like an indication, like throw them bitches in the fire, hang them up. Another form of proof was the witch's teats. Okay, this is the most interesting.
Teat?
Like the tit,
They're
like
tit-
teat. They called it a
they're
teat.
teat. Oh.
Yes, where their familiars would suck out of it, and they would feed their familiar, which is like it could be a cat, a frog, a mouse,
Yeah,
or
like
something.
an animal.
Yeah, some kind of animal that you're bound to for life, and even if you use it to do your bidding, like you can even kill this animal, or this reptile or whatever amphibian,
It'll come back to life.
Come back to life.
Oh yeah, because it's your familiar.
Yeah, it's your familiar. It's a gift from the devil. Witch's teat, which was raised. It was like a raised bump located somewhere on the body, which often depicted as
like
having
a third nipple.
Yeah,
or
like
just,
a third nipple.
Or is it just one of your regular nipples?
It looks like a third nipple, but it could be anywhere in your body.
Like a bump.
Yeah, like a bump.
Like a mole.
Yeah, like
well, I guess no, a mole would have been like the
right here,
witch,
like
mark
that.
of the witch. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hairy chest. I'm Italian. Sorry. Woo. And it was also depicting having a wart-like appearance, which most of the witches accused had been born with. But they just said, fuck it anyway, they're witches. Also led to the Puritans to believe that most of the accused were kind of born as witches and and after reaching their prime would realize their calling to do the devil's bidding. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
I'm gonna have you go on to.
I'll just do these ones.
Yeah, you go on to these. Basically other notable witches and trials, which is very interesting to me because.
Yeah, it's like because you hear a lot about Salem, and
Yeah.
like, I knew that like it happened in Europe first, but like there's just a lot of like little ones that people don't hear about. But so one notable witch trial is for Hypatia. So one of the oldest witch executions was the death of the Greek intellect Hypatia in 415. So she was like a leading mathematician. She was an astronomer. She was a teacher, and she was taught by her father because he was also all of those things.
Right.
And she believed in Neoplatonism, which is a form of paganism.
Okay.
So there was a lot of unrest in their city between the three main religions, which Christianity, Judaism, and paganism.
Ooh.
So while she was riding her chariot to work, she was on her chariot on her way to her job.
Ew.
She was pulled off her chariot.
Oh, she got pulled over?
By a mob of angry Christians.
Discrimination.
Okay? She got pulled over by a mob on a chariot.
Why are Christians always fucking shit up?
They pulled her horse over, or whatever. Pulls a horse.
Yeah.
And then they attacked her with abalone shells and flayed her alive. And then her remains were set on fire, and all her like works, like her books that she wrote, were destroyed because Christians wanted her removed from history.
Oh my fucking god,
yeah,
dude! That's
insane.
so fucked up.
Hypatia is considered the first witch to be punished by Christian authorities.
Cool name. I love that name. Hypatia.
Yeah.
Hypatia.
I like it. I don't know if I said it right.
We stand at Hypatia.
Sorry if I say any of these names wrong.
No, it's Hypatia. We're calling it
Yeah.
Hypatia. Hypatia.
Okay. So
someone named their daughter Hypatia.
That's a cute one.
It's a cute one.
So in France, there was Angélie. I'm definitely gonna butcher this. Angélie de la Barthe.
Angèle de la Barthe.
Okay, Angelina Jolie.
Basically Angelina Jolie. So yeah, we'll call Angelina.
So she was from France. She was a Gnostic Christian, which is considered heresy by the Catholic Church. So in 1275, she was accused of being impregnated by Satan.
The Antichrist.
People said she gave birth to a baby that had the head of a wolf and a serpent's tail. This is some like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that is
shit.
This is some scary shit.
Yeah, so her baby supposedly ate human flesh, and
Yum.
she stole babies to feed her own baby.
Yummy.
So after being arrested,
adrenochrome.
Yeah,
sorry.
She would just feed him adrenochrome. That's all. Just siphoning it.
I need to warm my bottle up of adrenochrome real quick. Sorry.
So after she was arrested and tortured, she confessed that the accusations were true, and she was sentenced to death and burned alive. And she's believed to be the first person executed for witchcraft in Europe.
What the fuck?
So, but we don't really know if she's a witch. But
we don't know if she was a witch or not.
Why didn't anyone see that baby? Like, where
that baby at?
Where that baby at?
Who got that baby?
Yeah, who's taking care of it now?
Where the daddy? The daddy ran out.
Yeah, they didn't kill the baby with her.
Oh fuck, they didn't. The baby.
No, because the baby. I don't even know if there was a baby. They just made that up. Like they said, she had a baby with the devil.
I thought she really had a baby, and they tried to say that baby was the spawn of Satan.
No, they just decided that.
That's so fucked up.
Because they never saw the baby. They said it had a lizard's tail. There's no way they would have seen that baby.
Well, there is things that go back to Egyptian times where there was.
Unless it had like a deformity or something.
A deformity, like
people didn't understand those back then.
People have there are cases, and
I don't know if there was a baby.
If there was, and that baby did look like that, I do believe that it could be true, because we should also do an episode about this. Is babies who are like born with like freak show.
Yeah, like they're just they just have like something happens.
Yeah, we should do
they're
freaks
normal.
next. Do freaks.
Yeah, like freak shows.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the earliest
Lady Alice
Keiteller and Petronilla Demeath. Okay, so one of the earliest group accusations was in Kilkenny, Ireland, in 1324. Lady Alice Keiteller was accused of sorcery, demonism, and murder. According to her accusers, Keiteller became rich by killing her former husbands through witchcraft.
Jesus.
Yeah, and her and her confidant, Petronilla Demeath.
I love that word. It's hot.
And it's like very mysterious. Like, is it your friend? Is it your lesbian lover? We don't know.
They scissored for sure.
So they were both tortured, and not even Lady Alice, but Demeath admitted that they could apply an ointment to the beam of a piece of wood.
Okay,
and
now
they
we're
could
getting
fly,
that was getting trippy over
and they
here.
had the ability to fly, which maybe this is where the witches flying on broomsticks, like
Okay.
in movies, came from, because she admitted that they could put ointment on like a beam of wood, like a broom per se, and like it would give them the ability to fly.
Well, don't they use brooms for like spells and like altars and stuff?
Yeah, like the
like little hand brooms.
like
or whatever.
the old what's the type of material?
What's it called? Holly tree. That's
Yeah.
holly tree.
Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood.
But what's the like the bristles?
Hollywood.
What's the bristles called in like an old broom? What's the
Hollywood's
word
run by
I'm
witches.
thinking of?
Confirmed. What?
Like an old broom.
And a bristle broom.
What?
Audience.
Straw? I don't know.
Straw.
I think it's straw. Anyway,
this is where we ask the audience. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I just can't remember. I'm just like blanking.
You guys get what we're putting down, right? They understand.
Yeah, they get it.
They understand.
But something about that has to do with spells. But anyway.
Yeah.
So after this confession, Demeath was forced to publicly admit that Keiteller and her followers were witches. So Keiteller managed to escape Ireland with Demeath's son Basil. So she took
Basil,
this girl's
my baby
kid,
Basil.
and she avoided execution completely. So she took the baby. This is why I thought maybe they were lesbians. But then she just took the baby and ran. So she didn't even help her girlfriend out. Okay, like, so that was messed up. So maybe they weren't lesbians.
We stand scissoring
I don't know.
witches.
Like, it's fine if you are, but anyway.
Yeah, we
support. We support.
We obviously
even
support.
Even in 1324, we support.
Yeah. I would have defended them.
So Demeath and her other servants were burned at the stake, and some others were, let off easy. They were just whipped and tortured.
Interesting.
But Lady Alice escaped. So
good for her. You know what? Good for her. Alice, good for you, Alice.
Yeah.
She made it out. She fucking made it.
Yeah. So these last two ones I thought were pretty interesting.
I read them, and they're creepy.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So there's the Pendle Witches. So in the late 1500s and early 1600s, paranoia was high about everything. King James the First even wrote a book about witch hunts called Demonology. It's probably Demonology.
It's Demonology, but it's spelled different. It's spelled like day, like bay, but day.
Yeah.
Like daemons. Baymans.
So this led to one of the most infamous witch trials in English history, the trial of the Pendle Witches.
Okay.
In 1612, Alazan Device was accused of cursing the father of a peddler who died as a result of her
what a fucking name.
or whatever she did. So she confessed that she was a witch, but she tried to tell on her neighbors for being witches. Okay.
Oh, why don't you guys tell me I'm looking like shit right now?
You look fine.
No, I don't. Hold up. It's all me up in here. We're not behind.
I know.
It's about the angles,
You
baby.
You good?
I have to entertain us.
Okay.
This is the off-topic Robbie Horror podcast show.
All right, your bangs look fine.
Bri loves to put me in check about my parents because she thinks I look great all the time, and I just
look great all the time.
I like
every
to be
angle, no matter what.
Listen, when I was filming that movie, I like literally would like I cut that out. Like I was trying to like.
Yeah, you're like.
Yeah, they got some good shots of me, but I'm like
Like, don't show people that.
Yeah, but I have to. I'm not the one in charge of it.
No.
Yeah, but
you'll be fine.
No one's gonna watch it. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have a movie night. I'm gonna play it on Facebook Live.
It'll be Shudder's picking it up.
Oh yeah.
I'm very excited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Alazan, she confessed to being a witch, but then she accused her neighbors of witchcraft, saying.
What?
Yeah. So this is like drama. This is like the neighborhood tea.
This is okay. Get on the neighborhood tea because
she said, yeah, I'm a witch, but then she accused her neighbors.
But they are too.
Of being witches. These two women, her neighbors, of being witches, and she said that they cursed 4 people, and all those people died.
Damn.
So then the neighbors are like, all right, well, you know what? Alazan's grandma is a witch.
They were really throwing each other under the bus.
So they're all just like, throwing each other under the bus, trying to like be petty.
Listen, these bitches probably didn't get along, so like, okay, well, I don't like you, so I'm gonna have you fucking killed for being a witch.
I think that some of them were witches.
Alison Device is definitely a fucking witch.
She's a witch.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
They fucking.
I think her. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like the real witches did not, really get caught. They fucking framed.
She got accused by a peddler who said she killed his dad doing a curse.
Well, maybe you know what, baby girl, you gotta be more careful next time when you cursing a peddler.
Not the peddler.
Not the peddler.
But so anyway, so the neighbors accuse Alizon's grandmother of being a witch. So then on Good Friday, Alizon's mother, Elizabeth, she threw a party. Not Good Friday. While all the good Catholics are in church, okay? So this does not look good for her, okay? So they assumed that it was a witch gathering, or there was like a witch party.
Like a coven thing.
Yeah. So most of the people at the party got arrested. Ooh. And so 9 women and 2 men are charged with witchcraft. The key witness was Elizabeth, which is the mom of this family, of Alizon's mom. Elizabeth's 9-year-old daughter, who claimed they were all witches, including claimed all 9. Is it 9 people? Yeah. No, it's 10. 11 people. She said all those people were witches, including her mother, her sister, her brother, and her grandma. So 10 of them were hanged. 1 died before the trial, and 1 was found not guilty. This 9-year-old just ratted on her whole family for being witches, which this is why I kind of think they were, because maybe they weren't because kids just say stuff, but like you think she sees stuff. She's 9 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah, They probably were.
You know what these witch.
She didn't want to get in trouble or something.
Right. You know, it's like.
Or she was mean.
That's what I'm saying. She was like, they were mean to me, so I'm gonna fucking make sure that they get killed for being witches. This is crazy. You know what I'm thinking about here now that we're talking about this, and I didn't think about this the other night. These witch hangings and burnings and all of this shit, all this evil shit that happened to these women and men and whatever. It's like a Holocaust. Yeah. It's like they're trying to weed out the people that didn't believe in an almighty God. Mm-hmm. People didn't go to church, or people didn't go to the town hall, or whatever the fuck. That's what they fucking targeted.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're not a Christian? You're right, though. Yeah. That's true. They're like, something's up with these people.
But also, even if they did have powers and they were witches and stuff, which is a thing, that's why I love living in our day and age now. I really do.
You can do whatever you want and believe whatever you want, basically, without too much.
Y'all can't fucking judge me.
I mean, people are gonna judge you, but like, it's not like you're gonna be like killed over being like whatever. Well, it depends.
I mean, we're inching back into. Okay, maybe we should hold our breath because we are really inching back in towards those times.
Never mind. Yeah, we're getting there. Not quite there yet.
We're close.
So another one. This one I thought was. This one I thought was pretty wild. Okay. This is the one I thought was.
Oh yeah, dude, this is wild as fuck.
Out of all the other notable ones that I found, so. The Paisley witches were accused by 11-year-old Christian Shaw, which is how many of these went, where a child would accuse
this is fucked
some
up.
Adults. So she was supposedly possessed in 1696, and she accused 7 or 8 people in the town of Paisley.
Wait, by like a demon or a witch or something?
By a witch. She said that 7 or 8 people bewitched her.
Wow,
and she was, supposedly possessed. So as the years went on, so nothing really came about this at first. Like she was just like, I've been possessed. And so as the years went on, witnesses said they would see Shaw flying or coughing up strange things like coal and hair.
Interesting.
She just put a piece of coal in her mouth.
Interesting.
And then went, like she was like, the coal.
Oh my God.
But so yeah, so in early 1697,
coal is good for your teeth.
Yeah, she was probably just doing something with her teeth.
Yeah, she was just brushing her fucking teeth.
Charcoal rock.
Yeah.
So in early 1697.
Not 1697.
1697.
Nuh-uh.
30 people were accused.
What?
Yes, they were accused, and 4 women and 3 men were sentenced to death. So it was the original of the 30. It was like I believe it was the original 7, because it was like conflicting whether it was 7 or 8 people that she originally accused, but it was 7 people that were convicted. So it was probably the same people,
bro,
as
that's
the original
fucking
one
scary.
she accused. But anyway, so they were sentenced to death. One of the men committed suicide in a cell.
Oh no.
And the other 6 were strangled with cord, and their bodies were burned. So yeah, so I looked up, there was like a word for it, but it was like they strangle them with something to kill them. But not like hanging. It's like,
was it like a rope or like a string?
Well, it said like a rope or like a piece of metal, like a, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so they took
Kinda like
like a cord. Like
like what
cord,
assassins, like they go behind their neck and they're like, shh. Not that I know.
The cord from
I play
the
a lot of
TV.
video
I'm
games.
just kidding.
Sorry.
But no. You know, like these. But so, yeah, so they were strangled with cords. Super dramatic. So then the rest, their bodies were burned, like for their ashes, and they were all put in the same grave, and it was sealed with a horseshoe.
Okay, yeah, the horseshoe, I know it's like a relic that they would use to prevent they really
something
thought
from coming out of the
yeah
grave.
they really thought that they, even being burned with ashes, they touch on it in American Horror Story, that they can bring them back, their fucking matter back through the ashes.
Right,
it's
so
weird.
they're trying to do everything, like the horseshoe is supposed to protect against that.
That's so strange. They had some strange rituals. So this just could have been another generic witch trial. Generic witch trial.
So yeah, it could have just been another, like a typical story of a witch trial where people were killed. But one of the accused, Agnes Naismith, cursed the townspeople of Paisley and their descendants when she was being executed. So over time, like, nothing really happened, but over time, like, the legend of these witches grew in this town, and it was said that if the grave was ever disturbed, that the town of Paisley would be cursed. So, you know, no one ever disturbs it, nothing ever happens, and then in the 1960s, the horseshoe was removed during construction in this area where they were buried.
In the town of Paisley.
Yes, in the town of Paisley. And as soon as this horseshoe was removed, the town's economy took a shit. Like, it was like it just went downward spiral of their economy.
Fuck with the witch, dude.
Yeah, and that was in the 60s. And in 2012, like, so basically to the, you know, like not that long ago, in 2012, it had the most empty shops on any high street in the UK.
Okay.
So it's still to this day the economy. I mean, I don't know about like in 2021, but like still like the economy, like they're having some bad luck in that town.
Right.
So it seems like she really cursed that place.
Yeah, she did. She left a fucking mark for sure.
Okay.
Ooh, I can do this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into something that kind of has to do with what we were just talking about, but this is what we were more interested in, because we were like questioning as we were doing this. We're like, how did this die out? Like the being accused of the witch trial. It just stopped. Like, it literally just fucking stopped. They just decided they were bored with throwing witches. Men and women in fucking.
They probably had some new shit.
Yeah, they were
like gonna focus on.
Yeah, and what happened around that time? World War I, slavery, right?
Well, no, that was in the 40s. Slavery.
Well, around that time.
No, not World War I. It was
World
like
War
the
I.
American Revolution.
Well, I don't know my time periods, you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about what happened to the accused witches and how did it die out.
Yeah.
So in the 18th century, most witch trials in Europe were ending. So like King Louis the whatever created a royal ordinance.
I meant to write, like, I wrote the Roman numerals, and I meant to write what it meant, because I can't read Roman numerals, but I forgot to do it. So
King Louis,
XIV.
15.
We're dumb.
Thank
you.
Yeah, Roman numeral illiterate.
Okay.
He created a royal ordinance in 1682, which brought prosecution of witches to an end in France, which is good. Thank you, King Louis. And created new laws which banned pretending to have magical powers. See, now that's what they should have done. Just let these bitches do their powers and shit.
Yeah, like if you have real powers, you're good. But
they're
if you're
jealous.
Pretending.
Yeah, like we don't
get out of
tolerate
here.
that.
Like,
yeah, get out of here.
Trouble.
My powers have got me very far. But you guys aren't ready for that yet at all.
It's coming. Just wait.
Yeah, it's all an act. So yeah, put it in, blah, 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 new laws, ban that shit, what's good. So by 1700, many were in agreement that with, what's his name? Thomas Hobbes.
He was like a writer, I think, at the time, yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That maybe there were witches out there, but none of them actually had real power. People believe that most witches were simply to be treated as insane. So like, maybe people were thinking, okay, these are just people who are delusional and think that they're connected.
They think they have magical powers and they're connected to the spirits, but they're really not.
Well, I believe that there is also, like, people can be born with elevated senses and elevated.
I kind of think that.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have like higher elevated senses than others, but I think that kind of everybody is kind of born with that, and then it just gets like squashed out of you.
Yes.
Like I think that like we all kind of have like, like it's like everybody has like a feeling about certain stuff. Like you kind of like have like intuition, but I think some people's don't get like stomped all over.
It's like the movie Lucy.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's like the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, where she was delivering these drugs, and they call it something, whatever. It's like a new drug that can unlock. We can only use 10% of our cerebral capacity, and that opens up. They call her a witch in the movie, you know, but these drugs kind of they stick them inside her to traffic them, and someone kicks her in the fucking stomach, and she becomes powerful. She becomes like God, and at the end she turns into the fucking internet. It's crazy. They need to make another one, and I think that the title should be Lucy's Law.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'll have to, that sounds good.
We should watch it. I have it.
Okay,
it's great. It's really good.
Or just like, you know how like kids like like for instance, like sometimes kids will be like, I remember my past life, and they'll like tell you all this information
that's a gift.
about like stuff, but as they get older they kind of lose that. So I just think like when you're like a kid, you kind of like have certain things, and then some people kind of lose, like most people kind of lose those abilities, because it's like, you know how like kids will like see like ghosts and shit, like I can't see, you know what I mean?
True.
Like they'll be able to tell you all these facts about these stories about past lives. I know this is really off topic, but like the kids that have like the past life stories where they'll give you very specific information, and they're like too young to know any of that stuff, and too young to Google it, and too young to do all these things, and then the parents will like look into it, and it's like
ignore me.
It's like a real historical figure, like kind of unknown, or like they really lived in this place where like the kid said they lived. It's like
I believe that that's real shit.
I think those are real.
It's real
but then
shit.
as they like grow older, they kind of like, even the kids that said those things when they were a kid, like they kind of stop being able to remember their past memories. So I kind of think that's how, like, obviously somebody have like heightened things, but I think
I believe that. Okay, so this pertains to what you were talking about.
This is kind of more about psychics too.
Yeah.
Because like witches, like anybody could do witchcraft if they're you know like manifesting and like doing, you know what I mean? Like
it's like a computer.
It's like any person could do it.
When you get a new computer, you have everything stored in a cloud space, right? That's like our soul. Yeah. Our soul's stored in a cloud space. When we get a new body, reincarnation plays into this too. We are getting off topic, but this has to do with what we're talking about as well. When we reincarnate, like this is my new body on Earth, I'm collecting shit to store in my cloud. My soul is like information. So sometimes there's residing memories, fragments that people are born with. Their soul, their energy brings it into their new body, and they can remember shit. That's what I believe that is. If you're a believer in the afterlife, which I am, in this human soul, this fucking plant over here. See, I've been looking like shit this whole time. Now I look good because we looking at me stuff in the fucking camera right now. I don't even give a fuck, but I do give a fuck. Actually, I lied.
Well, you look good.
I think you look great. I can never hold a candle to this girl's beauty. Stop. She's so fucking beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Stop. You're the hottest witch in town. You're getting ready to go down to. You're going home, baby girl.
I'm gonna be a small fish.
I ain't in Kansas no more. I ain't Flint, Michigan no more. I'm coming to visit, but.
Yeah, you're like, put them titties up.
Man, you guys want to suck my man Teats? My
teats.
witch teats?
My teats.
My witch teats. Because we're pushing an hour. We're only going to go a little over an hour, guys. So we're kind of getting to the end. But,
keep on.
I'm going to continue on with this because we got a little off topic. Actually, you know what? Should we even talk about Cotton Mather? I kind of want to talk about...
Well, yeah. You want me to do?
I can do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. You love to see it. You love to see our hot mess. We're just full energy people. This is why I love doing this show with you. Let me cut off again real quick before we get into this. I have to say, I could not have done this fucking show without you. I really could not have, and you know that.
I'm like always down. So
I know. You're one of my best friends. You did this for me. I needed you to feel.
I'm always here to help.
Yeah. I could have had any other friend. You know, I have friends.
Yeah.
We have the best talks. We talk shit. How we are on the show is how we are together. Always. Like we get like. So we're so passionate about shit.
And I feel like we're like always there for each other. Even like sometimes we don't always see each other or talk to each other, but I feel like we're always like there when the other person needs them.
If you need me,
I feel like that's really important.
It is important.
In a friend. And I'm gonna miss you.
And
I'll be back like a million times.
She'll be back, you guys.
Yeah.
You are that for me.
My mom's not really a traveler, so I gotta come see her. You know.
I'll take care of Mom.
So I'll be back.
But to add on to what you're saying. You have been that friend for me. Like you reach out to me, you help me out. You know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna start crying. We talk about it.
For sure.
Witch tears. Witch tears.
All right, put them in a jar. We gotta use them for a spell later.
We got a spell later to do. I would need to find me a man. I tried to do the whole spell thing to get love, and it doesn't work. It backfired.
Yeah.
It does not work. Don't try it, guys, unless you know what the fuck you're really doing. So like. Witchcraft is a big thing.
I got enough problems, so I don't need to do any of those.
It was like a spiritual practice in my family, but right.
Yeah.
So
I got enough trouble.
Our troubles don't go away; they just stay and stay and stay. Oh, I love this like echoey sound. Yeah. All right, let me continue. All right, 18th century, most witch trials in Europe are ending. King Louis created blah blah blah. By 1700, many were in agreement with Thomas Hobbes that maybe there were witches out there, but none of them had real power. So this is interesting. The last known witch to be executed was in Switzerland in 1782. That's the last known person.
Do you think that they were still executed?
They were like
And
a
that's
secret
just not
club that was
known?
doing them.
Yeah.
They were hunting these people down secretly, but it died out eventually because people started to believe in other things.
Yeah, and they started thinking maybe it still was like a big deal, but I think it just they were focused on other things.
Yes.
Like
It was like, but why though? We still don't know. I wish we could go back in time. You good?
Yeah, I'm stretching.
Oh, okay.
2 days, bro. My body's like.
I understand. We got to check on our tech guy and our friend Hakeem. He does a lot for us. Shout out Hakeem. He's fucking great. He's awesome, man. He's our yes. Who is starting a network. So the last known witch was to be executed in Switzerland in 1782. In Salem, respected minister. We're going back to Cotton Mather. Oh, good old Cotton Mather. Cotton Mather. That's a good name, Cotton Mather. He wrote a letter telling the courts that they shouldn't be using spectral evidence, testimony about dreams and visions. The court largely ignored this request. So Increase Mather, his father, who's also in Salem, the show, and the Increase is an evil motherfucker, played by a really good actor, though. So he was the president of Harvard at the time, and Cotton's father denounced the use of spectral evidence. Increase Mather hated witches. He hated them. He was so hell-bent on killing witches that he was willing to go to hell because he loved God and God's humans so much and the saving of the soul that he was willing to sacrifice his own soul to go. I wanted to add into I know I read about Cotton and Increase Mather. 2 evil motherfuckers. In my opinion,
I think that they are definitely
they
evil.
were the Trumps of that time.
I've read stuff about them in like different contexts where they're obviously it's a different time, but they were also like very racist.
Yes, they were.
But I think I think that maybe Cotton more so, but like I think they started believing that like maybe some of these women weren't witches, so they were like.
They're like, yeah, maybe we're wrong about
like,
them.
They were trying to say, you know what's not admissible in court? That dream you had. like, duh. Like, dude. But that's not, it's like, I had a vision. Like, that, you can't have that in court. You know
maybe
what I mean?
They were like,
and
oh,
so
we can't get laid, so like, we're just going to fucking throw these bitches under the bus.
Yeah, but so they started saying, like, I don't think we can use your dream or your vision in court. And then,
go back to that. Sorry.
Yeah. So.
You want to finish the rest of that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go on to that, because that's a good amount.
So his father, Cotton and Increase, both were like, "Hey, we shouldn't be using spectral evidence in court." And when Cotton said it, like it was kind of ignored. When Increase said it, the governor's wife was accused of witchcraft. The governor's wife. The governor. Yeah. So after the governor's own wife was accused of witchcraft, he ordered a stop to the trial. So this is when we draw the line. Like all these poor people.
That's a ride or die.
Forget about them.
So
but
he was
like,
trying to protect
when
his
the
wife?
governor's wife was
he was like, not my baby.
I think he was kind of started to be on board with the spectral evidence thing, but like then he was like, oh, you're gonna accuse my wife?
You're not accusing my wife.
We ain't doing these trials no more.
Fuck no.
So he ordered a stop to the trials and he prohibited any further arrests.
Okay. So that's interesting.
All the witches who were in prison on witchcraft charges were pardoned by May. I wrote in 1963. That's not what I meant to write.
Damn, 1963. That's the year my daddy was born.
I wrote that in a dyslexic way because
you're not dyslexic.
63. Anyway, so many people involved.
I love you so much.
Many people involved, like such as the judge Samuel Sewell. Yeah. Publicly confessed that they were wrong and it was wrong of them to hold these trials and that these women like weren't witches and this was a bad thing for them to do. So in 1702 the trials were declared unlawful.
Okay.
And then in 1711 the colony passed a bill restoring the rights and good names of the accused and sent them 600 British pounds for restitution to the accused, or if the accused were executed, to their families. And I don't know what 600 British pounds is at that time period because I looked it up what it is now and it's like $875.
Yeah, so it wasn't a lot.
But I don't know like for inflation, you know what I mean? Because this was in 1711.
I got an estimate out because I was really into currency when I
tried to do like the calculation for it. It was like a high amount of money, and I kind of didn't believe that they gave them a high amount of money. So
I love how Europeans called their dollar pounds. Like I would like 200 pounds. Like I hate the word pound. I love pound cake. I don't even call weight pounds. I call it
what ibs. Libs.
I do call LBS. I call LBS. Yeah, it also sounds like a disorder of the stomach. Yeah. So
Close enough.
Let's just call it 600 doll hairs,
Yeah.
600
Yeah.
Cruella de Villes.
But it was in British pounds in 1702, so I don't know what the
Let's go.
calculation was.
We're gonna find out.
No,
So,
yeah.
I want to know, and
I tried.
You
Okay.
tried?
Yeah, but it said it was like some crazy high amount of money, which I don't believe that they gave their family some crazy high amount of money, but I could be wrong. Because inflation, like, depends. Like, in pounds, it's different. Because, like, even if it's $875 right now, 600 pounds, like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, in 1711. Do they have inflation in Britain?
They
I'm
did.
just kidding, I know. I only do.
Any European friends of mine watching, please let me know and message me about it, because I do
Okay.
have some of them that live in Wales and England and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been all over people, and I'm all about the vanity. If you love to see me play with my hair, she does not. It annoys her.
No, it's fine
It
if you play
doesn't.
with
She
your
doesn't.
hair.
You're the most chill friend, though. You don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. You just want me to focus. See,
No,
she
no,
takes.
no, no,
she
you're
she
good.
she secretly won't admit this, but I know it, and she'll never admit to me.
I just feel like.
She takes this show more serious than I do.
Well, I don't know. Every time you say, "Can you guys hear us?" I feel like my eye twitches like a little bit.
She's like,
I go,
"Oh,
I'm like,
oh, fucking bitch.
I'm just kidding. Like, don't talk about. We gotta cut that shit out.
No, we're not
We
cutting
gotta
anything
cut
out.
it
This is a
every
perfect
single
episode.
time. Okay,
No,
yeah,
listen,
no,
this is
it
my
is
favorite
good.
one we've ever done, and
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Because you know what?
We get more frazzled, and it gets a little better.
Yeah.
At the same time.
You guys don't.
So.
We're gonna literally have Ryan record us behind the scenes next time about how I am.
No, it's like
I'm
gonna
a
be like
monster.
a reality show. Like I
Yeah.
feel like this is like Bridezilla's or something. Like, this
yeah.
is like. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what Robbie is doing.
Bro,
before we
you
do
hit the
this,
fucking nail on the
every
head.
single
Can you
time.
blame me?
And
I'm
he
a fucking-
slowly gets like more stressed out. I think every single time.
Yeah, I get freaked the fuck out. I
Even
feel
though it
bad
should
for
be
Hakeem,
like the
dude.
opposite. Like it's like you
Dude.
should get less stressed out the longer you do it.
I take
No,
it all out
no.
on Hakeem,
You're
and
like,
he
I'm a star, and I will freak out. Like,
I had my Mariah Carey moment today, guys, and that's okay because
Yeah.
we all have them. And you know what? I was a lot calmer
You
than
hit a
I
high
usually am.
C.
I was
Yes,
just
he
getting.
does.
I just wanted to listen. It was out of courtesy though. I don't want to waste anybody's fucking time. I want people to get on with
Yeah.
it. I got nights. I got plans and stuff like that.
we're
I
all
got plans.
supporting. No, it's okay.
Yeah, and I didn't look in the camera a lot tonight. I'm sorry because I just really, really love to
Yeah.
read the notes.
You know, it's been a while since last month.
It's been almost
Ugh.
2 months since we went live again.
Is it really?
Yeah,
You
it's been
said that
almost 2
earlier,
months.
but I
Well,
didn't,
it feels like
check.
it feels like a month, but it feels
Yeah.
like it's coming on 2 months.
Mhm.
But you know what? We're back, and we're gonna finish this part
Yeah.
up, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the pop culture real quick.
Yeah,
and
well,
then,
we did finish that part up actually.
Yeah, we're good.
so
We've.
let's talk about
so
pop
that's what
culture. We
that-
kind of like touched on it earlier.
Yeah, so
but-
we're gonna get into a little pop culture. I kind of want to discuss this with you mostly because honestly, witches are the crown jewel of all mythological beings when it comes to pop culture, like
Got it.
vampires and monsters and I'm sorry and and like the werewolf man and all that shit. They are like the queens of all of that shit. You know, the
Yeah,
monstrosities,
but.
but
what about centaurs. I'm just kidding.
Centaurs,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding. They're kind of majestic. I'm just kidding.
Mothman,
No.
the Mothman
what
and the
about
witch.
Slender Man?
Slender Man
No,
and the
okay,
witch.
but yeah, witches.
So yeah, but it's just like it's almost impossible.
They're a big deal.
Yeah, they
Like,
are a big
they're
deal. They are a big deal,
bigger-
and they should be because
they're like a bigger
know
thing in
why.
pop culture when you have like people doing magical
Yeah.
things. Like they're like a main one. you
they
know?
are, and it's like but they're interesting because first of all, it's women.
Yeah.
And people love to see women in cinema and TV and music. And we're
Yeah.
going to, like what I was saying with this is like, it's almost impossible to watch a movie or show or hear a band or anything influential or a conspiracy theory even without witches coming into the play somehow. And that's what's
Yeah.
it always
well,
boils
because
back
they're
to
always
witches.
there. Like
Yeah, they're the ones with the power. They're gifted
Yeah.
magical beings that can control, manipulate, and do this and that. And it's beautiful. It's interesting to me. It's like
yeah, and it's just like a lot of them like are like doing stuff with like the seasons,
Yes.
and they're like it's like
Season
a
of the
lot more
Witch.
like natural.
yeah.
Than
Oh, the camera's off.
You.
Yeah. Hey guys, 1 second. Just keep listening, but we want to get
Yeah,
the camera back
no,
on.
we're fine.
Go get him. The battery's dead. Tell him to change the battery.
Why? I don't know, but you guys can still hear us.
Yeah, you
so
can still hear us, but
just
I want them to see
listen.
it.
Yeah,
We're live.
yeah.
You know, I want it to
Okay,
be a
well,
blank screen.
It's cool.
No, it's cool.
All right.
It's cool. I'll know. I don't need to see the notes. I just want to see the thing.
Yeah.
But so what's really cool though, real cool,
What?
is that I can do this while that's down. Look,
Yeah.
just show that. But we're gonna turn the music off.
Yeah. So we'll still talk.
So yeah, you'll see this for a minute until our camera
Yeah.
comes back on.
Okay.
It looks cool, Mr. Sassy
Yeah,
the
this
3000.
was a good one that you made.
Thank you.
But I just think that it's cool how like witches like they're just like you're just like manifesting something but you're like using like
Yeah.
I just like how like natural it is.
It
You know
is
what I mean? It's
natural.
just like you're like using like the energy or like plants or like anything
Yeah.
to like
people think witches, they think evil, satanic shit, but witches are like practicing religion. It's like they're manifesting good energy, and they're of earth and stuff like that. There's so many different breeds of witches, and it's so cool to me. Like vampires, you got this kind of vampire and that's it, and you got this kind of werewolf and that's it, and you got, here we're back.
Okay, yeah.
We're back. We are back. Baby is back. Bobby, man.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I look like Whitney Houston right now.
Like back to the earth type shit it is. And just how I just think manifesting stuff is very real.
Yes, it is.
And it also is interesting how much more connected things are than people seem like they are, religions or anything praying.
Yeah. Well,
that's
it's
manifesting. I just think that all these things, even though they might be different to you, are
different. It's perspective.
More we're more connected than we think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Energy.
That's my spiel. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all connected. No. Yeah.
You
exactly.
You get me
energy.
so hyped when you talk.
Yeah, but exactly energy. It's all there, and we're all
and it's infinite
together and connected.
They're just more in tune with bringing it out, and it's cool because what's really fucked up is when, and this has got to do with pop culture too. You know how religions like Christianity mostly my bangs look ugly as
no, they don't.
fuck. I just don't like them. They're in my face. That's why. Christianity.
Your hair's long.
I know my hair is long.
Just have the emo swoop. You got it. Yeah, there you go. Bring it back.
Bring
back the bowl cut. That's what. Okay, yeah. Put it right down the fucking
to?
middle. Listen, yeah, we'll part it when you get out of the shower. So it's
my middle part. Fuck me, my middle part, Zaddy. Yeah. I haven't been vulgar tonight. So anyway, when the Christians want to judge witches for fucking practicing their religion like we do and shit, you're doing the same thing when you go into a fucking church and you fucking pray.
Right, and also in church they teach you not to be judging others.
But look what you're doing. They just think they have the satanic stuck mind, which some of it is true.
Maybe not still nowadays some people.
Right.
I think people in general are a lot more accepting to a certain degree. But yeah, people still get the wrong idea. They don't really get it.
Well,
how it should actually.
No, they don't get it. They don't fucking get it, and you should get it.
Love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I will never give y'all a cup of sugar. Don't ask me. And what's also really kind of neat about this whole thing is the fact that witches aren't afraid to own their shit. And I learned that through okay, let's talk about the craft.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to hear about the craft. That depicts
iconic.
It's very iconic. It plays such a big role in so many things. It was the next leap in it was the most realistic leap in cinema history of what witches could really be like.
Right.
But
would
you see them worshiping?
Twist.
There is a dark twist, but it's also there was one that was kind of a dark soul. Nancy was a dark soul.
Right.
Which Nancy's an iconic character in her own.
And you know what? I just feel maybe not every girl, but I feel a lot of girls had that little phase in high school where they were not knowing what they were doing, and they had a little witch phase. Which maybe
we
some
all
people
did.
Didn't
the craft's
have one now.
Yeah.
But and it was just a very good portrayal of what's that's
yes.
like. It was obviously exaggerated, but that was a good portrayal of what that was like for teenagers.
Yeah.
When you're trying to figure it out, you know what I mean? A lot of people I was friends with had that phase. Maybe they're not doing it now, but maybe they are, but I don't know. It was just a good example of that to me in a more exaggerated way.
That is a good example. And that, it's and it's also kind of positive too, because it shows a group of women sticking together and forming a coven. And they kind of
Yeah.
I should have wore a fucking hat. That's all it was.
Yeah, and they were stylish as fuck.
They were. That's why I was man,
Their
I gotta
outfits were good.
They were
still good.
They were style icons. They still are to this day. They really are. And we're what's so interesting about the craft though is that look at today's day and age with witches. They now we've seen a more realistic approach and take on witches because of that movie. And
yeah, because they were showing witches looking like demon, you know what I mean? They just looked crazy. That's not how it really was in real life. And that was probably one of the around that time period when movies started portraying witches as normal humans, trying to do witchcraft. And then, and now that was so, trying to do witchcraft.
Trying to do some witchcraft.
And then they have, the Coven.
The Coven. We're going to talk about American Horror Story Coven. So what I loved
they brought it back.
They brought that back. They kept the spirit. When Ryan Murphy did American Horror Story Coven.
Is that the crowd? Is that the fan favorite? You said?
It is the fan favorite. That's why they did a sequel season.
Yeah.
It's literally known. It's not the most liked season, but it's the
What's
most popular.
What's
It was
the most liked season?
the most liked season is, from what I remember,
Murder
is
House?
nope. It is Asylum. It's the most liked by the fans.
You know, it's been so long. I have to like rewatch them because I've seen them all, but
It's good. It's very dark.
yeah,
But
that's
it's
like the third.
It's the second.
Asylum was really good.
Yeah, Asylum was
to be
season
honest.
2. Coven was season 3. But anyway, let's get back in Coven. So Ryan Murphy wanted to.
No, I think wasn't Coven 4? No, Freak Show was
Freak Show's
4.
4.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
I know my American Horror Story.
Okay,
I don't
sorry.
like the way my mic is looking, so that's why I'm playing with it a lot.
No,
'Cause
you're
I
fine.
just want my face to be shown, but it's like, I guess I'm
Yeah,
always
that's how-
stuck
that's-
to the mic.
That's like what I did. I put it to the side.
You bit to the side? Okay, here we go. Side
Yeah.
eye. So Ryan Murphy wanted to kind of bring that tone back of witches, of the craft and practical magic. Practical Magic's another good one. I love that movie. It's also like, kind of what my life was like a little bit. Honestly, it was kind of weird.
I do feel like
Fucking Sandra
just
Bullock.
in general, like even though this is kind of like off topic of movies, I do think that like, well, especially in like movies when they show it in a more realistic way, like even if it's like dramatized, like I just think like, they're just like powerful. I mean, it's not
Powerful
always
women.
women,
It's to
but
showcase
it's like
powerful
it
women.
showcases powerful women
Well, they're
who are like
women-centric, honey.
in like they're in control of their destiny and what they're doing, and like that's a good message regardless of like how you spin it.
It's a fuck
you know
you
what I mean?
to the.
Even if you don't practice witchcraft, like
Yeah.
it's like
It could be used as a metaphor.
powerful women in charge of their own destiny. Like
That's
they
true.
know what they're. You know what I mean? Like that's like a good takeaway.
It's a good
I
takeaway,
think,
and it's a good comparison.
Witchcraft, like, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like Coven, he wanted to
And
show.
Coven was a good example.
It was. He wanted
of
to.
that.
He uses witches as a metaphor to show that they're like saying "fuck you" to the alpha male masculinity that's supposedly under
Oh,
attack.
shit.
Fuck! Like, are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's like white men
There's
are
a
trying
reason.
so hard to be oppressed
Yeah, I know.
when they're not.
They really do. Let's have a tear shed for the white man, always trying to fucking victimize himself. The straight white male. Not all of them though. We have good ones like our friends here that help.
Oh, yeah.
That's the definition
Yeah.
of a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like men that can fucking treat everybody equal
Yeah.
and fucking not, support you
Who
and
are
help you
like always still learning,
Like
they
Caleb.
open up to learning. Yeah.
out. Caleb, you have a really good boyfriend. He's
Yeah.
he's
I
really
like
good for
him.
that. I like him too.
I'll
He's
keep
cool.
him around.
I want to play that Frank Sinatra song right now. But you're right. Like everything you said about that comparison
Yeah.
to American Horror Story Covenant and then The Craft, that is exactly how I think it was meant to be portrayed.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I think people are supposed to know they have like power in their own destiny. Like it's not
Yes.
just like floating by a cloud. Like everything might happen for a
Yes.
reason,
Yes.
but like you are in control of like that destiny that you know what I mean?
Ain't
Like, that
nobody
you
controlling
have.
my motherfucking
Like,
fate.
The energy you're putting into it is what you're gonna get.
Yeah. And it's weird though because sometimes
And
I
if
feel
you
like
know that. Yeah.
yeah, I do know that, and it's like
Well, yeah.
I feel like, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit too, kind of get personal. I feel like sometimes I put good energy out and I do all these good things, but nothing but bad comes back to me. Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe someone put a curse on me.
Maybe you're cursed, or I don't know. Like maybe
Who
like
cursed me?
deep down, like maybe like your feelings.
Maybe I'm
deep
manifesting my
down
own negative
are
energy.
not. I mean, maybe I'm not saying that you are,
Maybe I am.
but if you don't really believe it's gonna,
I don't
you
know.
know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like you're a therapist right now.
But
I'm
you
not
are.
there.
You do know your shit.
I just think it's just like you have to like you can, doing good things brings back good things for sure. I think that's true. But I think that if you like
and good shit does
if
happen
you don't
to me.
really
I'm very
like
grateful.
believe it like deep down, even if you're like yeah, like you gotta like try to convince yourself that it's gonna be good.
I have tried, and I have been doing
Yeah,
that.
and
I
it
think we
takes
should all do
work.
that.
It's like especially if like you, which I'm not saying specifically towards you, but I just feel like if you kind of have like you believe it's not going to work out, and even if you're like trying to like be like everything's going to work out and it's going to be cool, like it just takes time for you to change that mindset like on the inside, I think.
Also, there is that saying that bad shit does happen to good people,
Yeah.
and I don't always react the proper way that I should. But anyway, enough about me, because it's never enough about me. It's my fucking show.
Yeah. But every day it gets a little bit, I feel like every day we're like
Yeah.
growing and we're learning. And
You have a
we're
really
getting-
yeah. You're
we're
right.
getting
I'm sorry,
better every day,
I didn't mean to interrupt
everybody.
you, but
No.
you have a good perception and sense of perception to the human mind and the way it works in the psyche, and that's probably your gift, your power. If
Yeah.
we're gonna call ourselves witches, or if it doesn't matter if we really have powers or not, if we practice or not. That's none of y'all's business.
Right.
But Bri's gift is knowing people. She can read me
Yeah.
like a fucking book, anybody, but she doesn't judge. You don't judge.
Yeah.
You're like,
well,
that's
I
just how
just
it
know
is.
that everybody is like on their own journey, like
Yeah.
learning at their own pace, and like that's cool in a way too. Like just like that, everybody is not exactly the same.
I'm going to stay like this for the rest of the
Yeah.
5 minutes we have left.
We just got.
I was not
Healer
comfortable with my
vibes.
look. I should not
No.
even looked in the camera. It's okay.
No, you look fine though.
This is mostly for
You're good.
Spotify and
There's
iTunes.
there's literally a computer covering most of your body.
It's just my mic. Like it's like certain areas
Yeah,
and certain.
it's like these are really cool and nice, but
Yeah.
they are like really big. So
They are big,
I
so-
kind of had to put it to the side.
Yeah, that's what I should
I
have did the
think
whole time.
that's what I.
Our next one, we'll have it like set in stone
Yeah.
for real. But I'm
Yeah,
glad we got new
will
mic
give you
stands.
updates on how stressed out Robbie gets.
Yes, that's going to be the next topic.
Before the next show.
Let's actually talk
So,
about the next show, and it's Bri and I's final show together
Yeah.
in person for a while, just for a minute, till she gets settled in to where she's moving.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna continue these. Like, I'm not gonna be the guest
Yeah.
every week necessarily,
No.
but I will be here.
She
and
will-
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and she
I'll
will
learn
have.
how to use technology, so
You can
we can
guide
do
us.
this. You know,
She'll be on the phone with me, talking me through my shit while I'm
Yeah.
stressing out here.
I'm
But
gonna tell him to take a breath, and he's gonna tell me absolutely fucking not. But you know,
I'm not gonna. I'll just drink
but
some water.
It's the thought.
Pop an Addy or something. You literally, you'll still have she's still gonna have a big part in the show, like as far as ideas and shit I need. Like we're still gonna work
And
together.
I feel like every time, like, cause I'm gonna try to visit like a lot, and like
We're
so
gonna do a live show?
We could do one like every time I'm here too.
We're going
like,
to.
in person. So, but it could be like a surprise. Like we won't
Surprise,
tell anybody
Bri's
that
here.
doesn't already know.
But we're gonna talk about our next episode.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get into that because it's something I kind of want to like announce a little bit. We're more than likely gonna do this, and I'm not gonna promise you we're gonna be more prepared because I don't give a fuck. It's gonna just go the way it's gonna go, and I've accepted it now, and that's our kink. Quirk.
Yeah.
I said our kink. It
is our kink.
It's
also.
our kink and our quirk. Our quirk is that we're fucking just raw, doing it raw. It's not scripted. It's not nothing. Well, it is kind of scripted
Raw
with our
dog in
notes.
Life, 24/7. No.
Raw dog in life. Ooh, my hair should
Yeah,
look
but
like
if you
that.
wrote them in a really short amount of time, it's almost like it's still an impulse.
Yeah, and I'm not good
Note.
with that. But we're gonna do a little bit of a live show.
Yeah,
like a
we're gonna
2-hour
try to have,
live
like,
show.
A guest
Yeah, we're gonna
two.
we're gonna have a guest or two.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a guest or
because
two.
we're gonna have my going away party.
Yeah, that
After. So we're just gonna try to do that before and make it fun. But
I'm gonna feel like shit for 5 days too because of it, because that's just what you do for your friend going away. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be crying the whole night, and she's
yeah,
probably
it's
gonna be mad.
We're gonna just be on. You're just gonna be crying. We're just gonna be crying live for like 25 minutes.
She's
and
gonna be
then
like, "Someone
we'll
get
end
Robbie the
it."
fuck away from me."
No.
Maybe we should.
I'll cry. We all cry.
I know.
I'm a crier.
You're so laid back and chill about that though. Like I like.
I'm like really emotional, but I just think that like I don't know why, but I just don't like. I'm not like a public crier.
You're not.
But I'll be like crying about anything that brings me any emotion at any point in time. Like when I'm like at home, like I'll be like, wow, that was really sweet, and I'll just start. I'll be like, oh my, like it just everything. Just
I broke down in
good
the
or bad
kitchen when she told me.
makes me cry.
Our last episode when we did the UFOs and government
Yeah.
conspiracies, she pulled me in the kitchen and she was like, it was actually the night before we did something.
Yeah.
She was like, so we're moving, and I'm like, she's like, she thought our friend April told me, and if April did, I don't remember. It went over my
Yeah.
head, and I didn't understand what she meant, but I broke
Yeah,
down
because I
in
said
the
it
kitchen.
so casual.
crying.
I didn't like give him an
Yeah, I was like-
announcement. I was just like, so when I move, I thought, and you were like, you're moving. I was like, what? I thought
like,
you knew.
No, this is my
Yeah.
partner, my best friend. Like even without the show, like even if we never did it again, I'm like, I'm sad that you're leaving, but I'm happy for you. I
Yeah.
support
and
you.
you always have a place to come visit too.
Thank
so.
you. I know. You gotta take in your
Yeah,
bum ass gay
anytime-
friend.
Anytime you want, for real. Like I feel like I could just have like a revolving friend staying at all times.
It'll probably
Like,
be
that
me.
Would be cool.
I might move down
Yeah.
there.
You should
one day.
start a new, and hopefully I feel like I'll get like lots of inspired ideas
Yes,
while
you
I'm there
will.
for this type of stuff because
I think you're
I
good.
will.
Yeah, and you're gonna find shit for us to like talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's gonna be crazy too because like you're an adventurer. You're always going out and doing adventures and going on these like
Yeah.
cool ass expeditions, and like I call them expeditions. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
they're you have a really cool. I'm not a planted tree life. Like you're a free spirit in a sense, and that's great.
And
I
I'm
love that.
Kind of like if you ask me to do something, like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
like,
you're-
if you are like no matter what it is.
That's why we're
I'm
friends.
like, yeah, I'm down. Like I'm never like, ooh, that doesn't sound fun. Like I'm just like,
No,
okay,
she
yeah,
really is.
Like,
She's
I'll
a yes
come
man.
you know, I'll go. I'm a yes man.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I call the man or woman. I call them all yes men.
Yeah.
Like I'm a yes man too.
And I mean, I like appreciate my circumstance that I could always like make it work because it's not like I have
She
like
do.
you know like any real obligations that I can't get out of. Like eventually, like I have to, like I would like to use my degree that I spent all that time getting, but and I do plan to, but
I do think you're gonna find something.
For now,
in your
I
field.
feel like I have a really good setup for
yeah
what I'm doing, and now that COVID happened, like lots of jobs can be online, so I could just be working from Fiji.
Fiji.
I have like never had any desire to go to Fiji, but for how many times you've told me, like,
I know
she just will up and go to Fiji anytime. I feel like we should go to Fiji.
You know
we
why
could do an episode.
No, we should in Fiji. Fiji water was what you brought me for.
Oh yeah, because I brought you Fiji. Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
You know me.
But
okay,
shit, let's go to Fiji.
I always tell her like my main dream place to go is fucking Fiji, but I use it as an example for when I'm like when I talk about Bri's like yes, let's do it. I have fun, the experience, and like let's go. And it's always a good time with you. We have the best times together all the time. Like some of my greatest memories on earth are with you, and in such a short amount of time.
So are mine.
But it's like I'm always like, yeah, Breeze is down to do anything. She'll just be like, yeah, let's go to Fiji tomorrow. Like that's what I say. But you're gonna be the one to go to Fiji with. We're gonna have the best fucking time on the beach, and it's gonna happen. It was supposed to be happening last year, but fucking
looking
COVID.
Up flights.
Witch plagues. Flights. Flights, you say?
Yeah, cheap flights.
I hope there's snakes on the plane.
I have to drive to the Dylan Barnes is driving me. Angel,
shout out to
love
Dylan.
her. So early at like 4:30 in the morning Sunday.
Nice.
Because we're gonna go look at houses.
Oh yeah, she's leaving in 2
week,
days.
all next week. Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
So, yeah, if anyone wants to do a witchcraft spell to ensure that I find a house, that would be great. I have a lot of options I'm looking at, but any manifestations or prayers.
All good vibes to my co-host, please. She needs it.
Send
she
me
deserves
some of those.
it. This girl is one of those people that is the most loyal motherfuckers in the world. That'll be there for you in a heartbeat, even if she didn't even know you. She's like, yes, let's go. That's true. So she deserves a little slice of heaven down in hell.
What's so down in hell? Down in
New Orleans.
Humid
hey,
ass.
you're back. Oh, were we not here? Oh yeah, we're back. Is in the show. Yeah, the show's back. We've been back.
So,
it's been a very, very interesting night.
Yeah.
So let's give a few shout outs. We're gonna plug some people. We're gonna do something new real quick before we sign off. I want to give a shout out to Brush Alley Skate Shop. It is a skate shop downtown Flint. They are owned by some super cool
stuff.
Yes, if you want to look for some really rare Nikes, like you can't even find Nikes like these motherfuckers anywhere.
Yeah,
like
they got the hook up.
They got the hook up, yes, and it's fucking great. And they brought the skateboard scene back, and yeah, I love it. Respect
Doing
it.
good things for Flint.
Yes,
for the
they are.
skateboarding
Yes,
scene,
they are.
For sure.
I do referee. I'm now their official referee for their Game of Skate.
He has a referee outfit.
I do.
So
it's
if
cute.
you guys go to Game of Skate, or you go to if you're a girl and you want to skate once a month on Sundays.
I got me a whistle, bitch. They give me a whistle.
Robbie will have that outfit on.
I'll blow the whistle. If anybody wants to, okay, let's go to the next business that we want to plug. We want to give a shout. We were gonna do these as ads, but fuck it, but we want to give a shout out to the referee. Damn it. We want to give a shout out to my friends.
Next time I see you.
Damn it, I should wear it in our final episode.
Yeah, you should.
I will. I'll wear the referee.
I'll wear like something that goes with it.
You should. Let's just dress like Beetlejuice.
I have that. As a soccer
I have that.
My whole.
She said a fucking soccer ball. I have that striped white and black shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that to wear. But I also want to give a shout out to our friends over at Flint City Hard Cider. It is a new bar downtown.
They do cool
Flint.
stuff every single weekend.
Cool.
It seems that they always have something going on.
Yes, and they take care of their customers.
And they have good cider.
They do. They have live shows. They're very COVID conscious. So if you're scared about that, you have no fear. They
no worries there.
No worries there. They have space and they go outside. It's very, very
they have a really cool outside patio area.
Owned by great people, good friends of ours. I love them. It's great. I think we might be doing. Can we talk about it now? We're going to talk about it now because it might happen. It's still kind of in the works.
It's still in the works.
It's still in the works, but we're going to probably be doing a live podcast show there this summer, maybe the end of the summer.
Sometime in the summer.
So be on the lookout for that, and that's when you be coming to visit. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're expecting anything like this, I promise you it will be the 100.
It's going to be over the top.
It's going to be over the top and big. We actually have a good team. Haley's been working hard putting the team together for us. It's good. Yeah. It's going to be dope.
We love her.
We love her. We love you, baby. So also want to give another shout out to Rootless Coffee. Fucking very good. I feel like I'm in Twin Peaks when I drink it. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
I need
good.
to like try.
You gotta try it.
I haven't tried it yet, but it like is so cool looking, and it
Yes.
just seems like it'd be good. And Robbie has ranted and raved about it.
Yeah. I feel like I took a half an Addy when I drank
Yeah.
it, and I feel great.
I need that.
Yeah.
So. I need
I'm
all
gonna
the
get you
help I
some.
can
I'm gonna
get.
get you some to go as a going away gift.
Oh, coffee. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
coffee.
you.
You're not a coffee drinker, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't drink it all day long
do.
anymore, but I have to drink a cup of coffee in the morning.
I need me a cup of coffee.
I don't know why. Like I don't know what it's. I don't even think it like works anymore on me. I feel like it does almost nothing. But it's like I feel like it's just like part of my routine, like my coffee.
I feel like
in the
Nancy
morning.
Botwin when I drink it. I'm like, I'm gonna sell some weed and fuck every guy I sell
Yeah.
it to. Like, I miss that show. But we're at now at an hour 30 minutes. Bri, I fucking love you.
I love you too.
This was awesome.
Yeah, we're
Another
gonna
successful
have
show.
A lot more. Don't worry.
Yes, we are. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Keem.
our team.
Our team with that is with Keem and Andre. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing our filming
Super
tonight.
helpful. Really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Very, very. We
Yeah.
love you guys. And yeah, be on the lookout for us on Spotify and iTunes actually very fucking soon,
Yeah.
you guys.
For real.
For
this
real.
time,
I-
yeah.
it'll be the week you leave.
Yep.
For New Orleans.
Okay.
We're going to have all of our shit on there. And then from here on out, when we do live podcasts, we will be going right to Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. So
Yep.
it's always going to be a visual show. Eventually, it's going to look like Wayne's World, just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
This is
It's
just,
gonna be cool.
yeah, it's going to be cool.
The backdrops will get better.
The backdrops, you did great with the back. You know what? It's just something to cover my
Yeah.
Back
the
over
lighting
there.
wasn't as like good this time.
my
I
sex
think,
area
but-
back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't see what's back.
You can't see
behind
what's
the
back there.
curtain.
No.
Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain.
Mm-mm.
Well, we will see you guys May 1st.
May 1st?
I believe.
We don't know what
Yeah.
time. We don't even know.
Maybe a little earlier in the night.
It'll be earlier for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be
'cause
earlier.
We're gonna have a lot to do after.
Yes, we have a lot. We have a big day that
So
day.
we're gonna have a fun day.
Yep.
that
I
day.
actually, fuck. I think I might be working at Hard Cider that night. So it might be.
Oh, really?
We might have
we
to
can
do it.
switch the day. Yeah.
No, we could do it in the morning. A morning show.
Morning.
It'll be up if people
This
watch
is
all
like
day.
we're probably like whole different people.
Yeah.
In the morning.
We have a big day that day.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I love you. I love all of you. Thank you for your support. We love you guys to death. This means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And you guys are in for some treats here soon. Wait till our next episode. We're gonna be promoting
Yeah.
the fuck out of it. It's gonna be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And yeah, we'll have some guests.
Yep.
I know I
And
keep saying
we
this.
we'll try to make it more regular
No, we won't.
then.
No.
It's like a period. It's a 1 month.
Yeah. Oh yeah, met regular
Once
isn't.
a month.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
no.
will. We will.
Yeah.
It'll be probably once a month.
No more. Not more normal.
We tried to listen.
more regular scheduled programming.
We're both adults. We have busy lives. A lot of work
Yeah.
goes into these things. So I felt like
Yeah.
at first we were trying to do every week, and it didn't really work out. It was kind of getting overload. Now I just like, I didn't plan on doing it once a month, but it just kind of developed into that. We got
Yeah.
5 good episodes under our belt. We'll have 6, and then we're gonna have many more. And I'm gonna next
we
week.
got some good ideas.
We got
for
some
the
good
future,
ideas.
I think.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it work.
Our first few guests, when
Yeah.
Bri leaves, are gonna be fucking. You guys are gonna love them. It'll be
Yeah,
great.
and you're gonna have like you guys are gonna have like as like the fans like you're
Opportunity
gonna have
to- yeah.
more opportunity to be on the show.
Yes, if you want.
B, like an opportunity to just see it a little bit different. Like I'll be here like every like few episodes, but you guys will get the chance to see some different
She's
stuff
coming
too, and different
back.
people, and
Don't keep talking
Yeah.
on his background noise.
so it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. Now we're getting off because we're getting ready to have fun. Bye, bitches. Love y'all.
I love you.
Pieces, deuces. Love it.